Done now, it's Fuzay. Make sure you look into UK Full Stop. Bow.
We're repping UK Full Stop.
Yo, this is UK Full Stop, and right about now, you are locked in to none other than Fuzay. What is going on?
What's good, bro? I'm here.
How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm alright. I'm warm in here, man. There's a bit blitz. How was it getting down here, man?
Heard you got lost.
Yeah, you know how it goes. A lot of traffic on that North Circular, man.
Definitely, man. Definitely. So, okay, for those who don't know, briefly, who is Fuzay?
Who is Fuzay?
Yeah, it's quite a broad question, but you know, obviously, yeah, let the people know that.
Fuzay is going to be one of the hottest things that comes out of 2015.
Okay.
That's who Fuzay is.
And why is that?
Why is that? Because I'm Fuzay.
Fair enough. I ain't gonna argue with that one. Okay. So in terms of your musical journey, obviously you've dropped your debut mixtape, Winner's Circle.
Winner's Therapy.
Sorry, Winners is natural actually. Winner's Therapy. You dropped that. But in terms of you starting music, how did it kind of kick off for you?
That's a long story.
Long story
we got
short.
time. Long story short. Basically.
Yeah, we got time.
Basically, this is how I started. I started spitting grime when I was about 12, 13. Listening to like So Solid, Dizzy Rascal, Wiley, the legends, the pioneers of this.
Mm-hmm.
I started spitting. I was in a group called Dog Pound. I used to be on Top FM. Then went explore some other paths. Always done music though. Always kept writing and stuff like that. Then I've done a tune with Sneak Bowl called Too Much Swagger. Shout out to Sneak Bowl. Get me. Make sure you cop that certified EP if you haven't already. It's live, trust me. Anyway, moving on from there, I've done a tune with Sneak Bowl, Too Much Swagger. That seemed to make a lot of noise. It's done well. After that, I got signed by Always Recording, AR. And
shout out Always Recording.
Shout out AR. Shout out my CM family as well. You get me, CMAR. You don't know. Shout out the PC boys and my Southside team as well, man.
And for those who don't know, he's rocking the chain right about now, that AR chain. that one.
I didn't notice that. I can see it now.
It's a strong look, man. Like most of the team, all the team have the AR.
Yeah. Like shout out to Wretch, G Money. You get me.
It's good, man. It kind of reminds me of like how Rockefeller used to do it back in the day, man. No one in the UK really got their consistent chain, with everyone in the team. You know
what it is, yeah. This chain like means a lot. Like it's a big legacy behind this chain. Like the first chain that you see on TV that represents hip hop and stuff. You get me. A lot of the greats wore this chain, like Wretch. Shit. You get me. And now I got mine. You get me. It's time for me to start my wave, start my legacy. So when you see my customized one, you know what that represents and what that brings with it. You get me.
Banging. Okay, so we're all about greatest to the latest, right?
Yeah.
So in terms of a UK artist, a great UK artist that really inspires you, let me know who that is. And then one of the latest UK artists that may inspire you or that you kind of, want to work with.
What do you mean? Artist present today?
Yeah, present
like
and past.
Like pioneers and then latest is in today.
Like let me think. When you're talking about right now, there's a lot of people that are pioneers that I would like to work with right now.
Okay.
If you get what I'm saying? Like there's a couple that's in my team.
All right, drop a name. Drop a name for us.
I think I'd like to work with Wretch.
Okay.
Wretch or Skepta.
Yeah. Definitely. I can see that happening.
Like, Skepta's got that energy. He's one of the greats as well. Him and JME. Yeah.
You
know what I'm saying? Yeah, they're great.
Yeah, he definitely got the energy to match with that for sure. That would be big.
Yeah.
And if you could bring a group back and collaborate, who would you collaborate
So
with?
Solid. Ooh.
Yeah. I knew you were going to say it, but
solid,
I kind of pushed for it.
Yeah.
Big up Southside of that London. You get me? Like So Solid done it big for us, you get me, for the scene and everything. But you get me, at least they're still here, they're still touring.
Yeah.
Actually see Harvey the other day.
Yeah, I
Shout
saw
out
that
to
on your
Harvey.
Insta. We interviewed Harvey actually the other day. So yeah, good guy, man.
Yeah, he
very,
is a
very,
good guy.
very, very humble, and I love that, man.
Down to earth, you get me.
Yeah.
Give me a lot of advice, you get me. Had a lot of time for me, man. I respect So Solid. Like, I had their first album, you get me.
Of
21
course.
Seconds, They Don't Know, Whoa, like Asher D, you get me. Mega Man, yeah. Man.
Classic,
Swiss
classic.
as well. When you're talking about rappers of today,
Swiss is
rappers,
one of the best
like
now, still.
On the kind of MTV thing, obviously I'm not just going to talk about them, but what do you think about the whole commercial side of it? Is that something that you've kind of thought in your mind, like, okay,
Well,
if I do kind of
I think-
throw it,
I think
don't
what
wanna-
do you know what I think what Lydia's trying to say, yeah. I'm going to kind of elaborate
don't
on your
wanna trap
question,
you, yeah.
but obviously, you know, someone from your camp, you know, Chip, obviously had words to say about the scene. Now we're not going to talk about the qualms between Chip and Tiny, because at the end of the day, you're your own man, and we respect that. But what he was saying was quite interesting, and I think that's why people were still talking about it. So in terms of your direction, you're very hood with your music right now, and you know, it's turned up, and you have your direction. So what happens now when you get, you know, a major deal and you're on billboards and everything else? If it's a year of Fuzay, what will happen to your music?
to be honest, yeah, like making music, there's music business. You gotta cater to all the fans. You get me? You gotta cater to everything. You got, like, when you're doing business, you gotta sell. You gotta make sure your stuff sells. So you gotta deliver to your audience, because if your audience isn't liking what you're putting out, they're not gonna buy it. So realistically, like I said, I'm versatile. I'm up for making all different types of music. I collab with people. Anything that I like that's got a good beat to it, I'll jump on, if you know what I'm saying, as long as it feels right. Whether that be a commercial tune, whether it be a hood tune, like, it's good music. If it's gonna take off, it's gonna take off.
Is what it is.
You know what I'm saying?
I hear that.
So
And
you're not.
I feel like right now, where the scene is at the moment, like, I feel like you don't have to be pop to sell. If you know what I'm saying. Like, you just gotta make good music and connect with the people.
But there's
gotta
always
relate
going
to
to
you.
be those hardcore fans that feel like you're selling out a bit, or, you know.
At the end of the day, you can get for all. You might make one pop song, but you're just giving away a free mixtape of hip hop.
True.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If you do, like, it doesn't, like, you can cater for both sides, really and truly. If you're talented enough and you've got it in the locker, you can deliver it. If you know what I'm saying, you got to be able to deliver it on a scale that everybody will like, because there is some pop songs that I'm sure hood people like. You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone's just not in a box that only just listen. Like, if you're in a club and something comes on and the ladies are dancing and everyone's having
You
a
all
good
dance
night,
to it.
I'm sure you might have a little two-step or bop your head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
It's like that. And music's exciting because time changes, and before there was only one sort of sound that you'd hear on the radio. Now you're hearing different types of sounds on the radio. And like, the whole scene's coming through, everyone's moving forward. You get me? There's a lot of people making a lot of money for the siege. You get me?
This is UK Full Stop, playing the greatest to the latest in UK urban culture. Thursdays, 10 p.m. to midnight on West Side Radio.